tell them a story about the invasion with the sailor. Remember about bringing us into the beach? That was a very interesting story. The sailors, of course, were taking us from the LSTs right onto the small boats and taking us in to the beaches, and of course they were being shelled at the time, and the Germans had put up all types of obstacles and bombs into the water, and steel shafts were coming out of the beaches so that you couldn't get the boats in, the big boats in to it. And an interesting story that one of the sailors were taking us in, and of course got to about 20 feet out of the beach, and he said, okay, everybody off. And there were more guys getting killed and drowning because they couldn't get them into the beach. And I'm a short guy, so you talk about little guys and soldiers, and we had 6 grenades strapped on us and a full field pack and a rifle and everything else. So the lieutenant walked over to the sailor and he said, listen, son, you better take us in. He said, no way. He said, he took out his gun. He says, you got 2 shots. He says, either you go take us in. He said, I'm going to blow your goddamn head off here and you'll never make it back to the boat. Of course, he took us in because so many of the guys were getting killed just jumping off those boats. And if you didn't hit that ground and walk to get to the ground, you couldn't swim. There was no way you could jump off that boat and swim to shore with a full field pack and hand grenades and ammunition strapped on you and a rifle and everything else. So he took us in, and God knows we made it. Of course, if you see the movies, it shows you all of the stuff and how everybody got stuck on the beaches and couldn't get, you know, inland. Because if I show you some of the pictures of the amount of guns that they had mounted on the beaches to shoot at the boats and everything else, beside the machine guns and beside the artillery, and beside they were up on the top throwing hand grenades, you know, down at us, and rockets at us, and all of that stuff. So it was tough going in, but that's what the training was, and luckily we did it. Luckily we made it and got inland. Once we were inland, then it was fine. But they, the 101st Air Corps, were dropping parachutes behind the lines before we went in to try to help us through, you know, and all of the different things. So it was a very tremendous combined effort for the invasion to take place, and took a lot of men. A lot of men died, a lot of men lost their lives doing it. So we have a lot to be grateful for, that we made it, went through the war, and came out and able to interview us now at 84 years old. What I went through and lived through is quite great, quite great.